It looks like you start out good. You've got your free arm out over, kind of out in front of you there. One thing I do notice that you have, and it may or may not be right, but looks like you have a little bit of a hump in your back, which is going to put put the weight on your butt. So make sure when you slide up on your rope that your back is nice and straight, and that your shoulders are out over that bull's shoulders, so that your weight's going down your legs and not on your butt. Okay, and then as we go, first jump looks good, setting your hips good. Doesn't look like you're leaning back too much. Your chin's tucked, your free arm's in a good position. And then, so right here, right, if you look at your back, a little bit of a hump in your back, right? I'd like to see that back a little more straight so that you have weight going down your legs instead of right here on your butt. Okay, so make sure a good posture, bend at the hips, hinge at the hips. Okay, so here on this kick, you're leaning back a little bit too much, and that's a pretty common mistake bull riders do when the bull kicks, is they lean back thinking that's how you set your hips, but really you set your hips by lifting on your rope and tucking your hips to your rope. At the same time, you're still kind of leaning forward because you're going down. Your hips are going down and forward with the bull. Okay, so let's go. Doing good. So right here, right, this is position one when the bull's front end's coming up. And you can see you're trying to get forward, but really you're not, because you're just reaching forward with your free arm instead of getting out over the bull with your body. So you've really got to be aggressive driving forward. And again, part of the challenge, right, is if you're leaning back, it's harder to get back to the front because you're leaning back, and now the bull's coming up in the front end and moving forward. Now you have farther, if you're coming from here to here, right, that's a lot of distance to try to cover, while the bull's moving away from you. So you've got to really always be a little bit forward, even when that bull's kicking, right? You should still be a little bit forward, and never leaning back. So anyway, so in this position here, you're sitting on your pockets, you're on your butt a little bit here, and then you can see again, just kind of get further back, and then so then he starts to spin, and now you're just behind, and he's winning the battle. So the challenge with bull riding is to stay in front of your bull rope. Don't give the bull any advantage, right? They weigh 10 times as much as you. They're way stronger than you. So if you give them any sort of advantage by leaning back, you are losing the fight. So right here, the bull's kicking, right? And you can see where your position is. You're leaning back. Ideally, you should be a little bit forward here. So I'd like to see you kind of in this position here, more forward. So then when that bull does go to jump again, so right here his front end's coming up. So now that you'd already be ready for him to you're just right there waiting for him. So